Good evening, ladies. How are you this
Good
evening?
evening.
All right, so I got this shirt on and it's all like glittery, so my face looks like it's got tears running down it from my.
Twinkling. You're twinkling over
Oh,
there.
I'm twinkling. Okay, everybody out there, I'm twinkling. So would you please like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel, A Silver Lining. I am Chris. I am your host, and I have with me the lovely Yvonne and the lovely Wendy.
Hello.
So today, guys, we're going to talk about, we've been talking about, men in general and dating after you get a certain age, after, you mature, kind of going into another phase of life. So things are a little bit different. So now we want to kind of just focus on, why men don't approach women, because that's going to become a conversation for us as we continue, to try to meet and, date and, develop relationships. We may get to the point where, we wonder why isn't a man approaching me? And you know what? Bonnie has some great topics that she wants to share with us, and we're going to discuss those because I think it's going to be fun. So don't forget, guys, please like, share, comment, because we want your feedback. We want to know what you think about our conversations. All right, Bonnie, let's hear it, girl.
Okay. So now these are not my quotes. These are quotes from the Pastor R.C. Blake's. Okay. The topic was why men don't approach women today. Okay. He gave 10 topics. I took 7. All right. The first one is a man may not have financial means to pursue something with a woman. Like he may see someone that he likes and he may be interested in that woman, but he knows that he may not be able to suit her needs because he's not financially ready yet. Okay.
Wendy, what do you think about? We're gonna kind of address each one of them, Bonnie.
Each one.
Mm-hmm. I think that's true. I've dated a guy before who said that, that he thought that some women were out of his league and things like that, and they won't approach him. Some of them will anyway. They'll go ahead and shoot their shot, but there's still that feeling of, oh, I don't think she's in my league type of thing. Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think that's kind of sad because they should approach, because just you might think that because a woman looks a certain way or a certain way.
Yeah.
You never know until you know, and you don't know until you ask. So, some good men could be missing out on a good woman, and a good woman could be missing out on a good man because of how he's thinking. So that's kind of, it's 50-50, I guess.
It is 50-50 because I think that if you get with a man and you like him, but you find that you are the one spending all the money, paying all the bills, it becomes a little unnerving, and you could love that man, you could care for that man, but you still want that man to step up. And if he doesn't step up for whatever reason, we don't know what the reason is, but for whatever reason, he doesn't step up to the plate, then it's going to cause complications in a relationship.
Yeah. So you know what my suggestion is too, when men think like that or in the same conversation, was be the man, step up.
No, that's good.
Because you can't just look at somebody and
have
say,
a conversation.
She's out of my league. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you know what? And you can tell if a man wants to say something to you and he's hesitant. So exactly to what you're saying, Wendy, if you find yourself in that situation, you can be the one to just step up and say, hello, how are you today? Like, however you want to start the conversation.
No, that's not what I mean by step up. What I mean by step up is be the man that you think she deserves.
Oh, okay. You're still looking at
the
point of view.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I got you. Okay, that makes sense too. Hey, Vonnie, What's the next one?
So the second one was like, if a man gives you a glance and, you see him, he's looking at you and you see him looking at you, don't frown your face or, turn girlfriends or ignore him, smile, just be pleasant, just be accommodating, because you could be warning off your future husband with that look of disdain or something from a past relationship. Maybe he looked like your old boyfriend, or you know how stuff like that can come into play. So we as women should acknowledge the reception that we get from a man, and it could just be with a smile, and after that it's with a conversation, if it can go that far.
Right. What are your thoughts on
Now,
that?
this is a man's point of view. Remember, these are from a man.
Absolutely. What are your thoughts on that?
He said you should smile and start a conversation. Is that what you said?
You should smile at least in it's engaging. So if the man is looking at you and checking you out, and you smile at him, he will maybe more be more receptive to come over to you and start a conversation. Not necessarily we start a conversation with them, but we've
opened up the door because you made it nice. You've warmed it up. See, and I will tell you that's a true statement, because I have been told so many times. That's why I smile a lot, and that's why I sit and I smile. I don't sit with a frown on my face, because I have been told that by people in the past, men especially, well, you got that don't talk to me look on your face kind of thing. So I've always been a person that smile. So I just try to keep a smile on my face a little bit more often now.
Yeah. That one is, I think, very common sense, very practical.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay, so the next one is basically it's kind of on the same level. It's if a man makes eye contact with you.
Hey, Bonnie, put your hand down because you're covering your face.
Oh, I'm sorry. If a man makes eye contact with you, you as a woman should be warm to that eye contact if you're interested. So sort of the same type of thing, because some of them are the same type of things, but said in a different way, or maybe looked at in a different way.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of like if you are two people in a room and you turn around and you see that he's looking at you. It's not like not like you're sitting at a table, whatever, and he's looking at you intentionally. You're in the room, he's in the room, you turn around and you make eye contact with him because he was probably looking at you before, and now you turn around and you see him. Instead of turning away from him, just give him a smile, maybe even a wave, and then maybe you'll turn around, next thing you know, he's probably standing in front of you. So I can see that being a little bit different, but similar at the same time. What do you think, Wendy?
Yeah, very similar. I'm not sure about the situation of that, but very similar. I see those two real close together.
All right, Bonnie.
Okay, so the next one was, wait a minute. Oh, we shouldn't try to look for the sexy guys, the well-built guys, the gym bums, people like that, because maybe that guy is not the right guy for you. Okay, maybe that next guy is the right guy for you. So he said something to the fact that if you're looking for like somebody who's built in the gym and this, that, and other thing, he may want the same thing for you. You may need to have that same type of look, if you're looking for somebody. So we don't
smile at him,
then? So Bonnie, question for you. Are you a woman that looks for that type of guy, the guy that's buff, the guy that's built, he's handsome, his clothes fit him to a T, muscles popping out of his sweater?
That's a yes and a no. Okay. A yes, yeah, I do kind of look for that kind of guy, but I find that guys in that situation kind of draw to me. You know what I'm saying? They think that I got that going on, and they're so wrong. So, I just feel like if a guy likes you, he's going to like you for what you are and what you bring to the table. Mm-hmm. But if you're looking for somebody that has all that oomph and oofba, that might be the wrong guy. It could be the guy standing next to him. Not so tall, not so buff, but a nice guy.
Yeah,
You
he,
know?
he
true.
digressed a little bit on that one, but yeah, that's true. I mean, we talking about. I thought we were talking about what why guys aren't attracted to you.
Well, but yes, we are talking about that.
Mhm.
But wait, let me make sure I said it right.
I mean, you never know what package, your guy's gonna
Right.
come in. So I
Right.
get that. That is, you can't always look for the 6'4".
Or maybe just don't always assume that guy is the guy for you. If that's the guy, if you've got, okay, so maybe it's like this. There are two guys checking you out. One is the guy that you first described, and the other is the guy that's standing next to him, but he's not, he's across the room somewhere. So you have these two different guys, checking you out. So which one are you going to gravitate to? Well, most women are going to gravitate to the buff guy, the guy that looks like he works out, he's close to the teeth. And maybe that's not the guy that you want to approach you.
And that guy also may be looking for the same type of female that he is the alpha male.
Okay, so you know what is, I got it. That kind of guy might not approach you because you don't look that part. You're not someone that looks like
I get it.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what it is. You're not someone that looks like they work out, or eating healthy. So you're not fitting the mold of what they
want.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense.
That makes sense. Yeah. Because I was gonna say that. Yeah. I don't necessarily look for that type of guy to approach me, but whatever type of guy approaches me, right now you wouldn't know that I spend a lot of time in the gym because I've not been in the gym for a year and a half for specific reasons. But normally you can tell that. So that kind of guy might approach me. But even if he did, we still might not be compatible because he might be that kind of guy working out in the gym, but I eat healthy. I'm, vegetarian / vegan. And he might not be any of that. So that still wouldn't be the right person for me, even though that's somebody that I would want to approach me because I think that I fit their characterization, so to speak.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Okay.
Now, the next one is women are changing the rules by being so aggressive. And that some men are offended by it. They don't feel like the woman should be the aggressive. Hey, baby, how you doing? Come on, let's dance or whatever. They back up.
Yeah. Men are hunters. Some men like it now.
Yeah, I was gonna say some men like it, but it sounds like more men still today would rather be the hunter, like you said, Wendy. But I think what kind of man do you think is the man that likes the aggressive woman? What type of man do you see that as?
More
you know what he called those men feminine men.
Ooh.
Yes, he did.
Ooh.
He called those kind of men feminine.
So when he said feminine men, did he mean feminine men or did he just mean?
No, he didn't mean like gay in the sense of gay. He meant more maybe weak or needed to be bossed around, needed that type
of, yes.
They need that. They need an aggressor because they need
an alpha woman. They need an alpha woman.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Okay. All right, so who's an alpha woman? Or who's not an alpha woman?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, on my job, there was a woman that we had who definitely was an alpha woman. Okay, and she talked to all the guys that came in there. Okay, she maybe had a little fling with one and talked to this one and talked to that one. But I can honestly tell you, those guys will come in, grab me, and tell me, you need to talk to your sister. And I'm like, what? You need to talk to your sister because she said some things that I'm offended about. I don't need to hear that from her. Not one, not two, but maybe more than 5. Okay?
Did you ever ask her what she said to the men?
No, I wasn't trying to go all of there with them. No,
I wanted you to check her.
Huh?
They were asking you to check her.
Yeah, they wanted me to check her. They was like, you need to talk to your sister because, they saw I didn't act like that.
Right.
So they figured, let me school her and let her know, hey, bring it down a couple of notches. You're not the everything in here. And she did think she was the everything in there.
Oh,
She
wow.
caused a lot of problems with those guys. I'm not lying. So there are men that do get offended by women being that
Overly
aggressive.
aggressive. Interesting. That's true.
Yeah.
I would have never termed them as feminine men though, but I guess I can see that being a little bit softer, needing an alpha woman, they want someone to be the decision maker, to take the lead.
Yeah.
Right. They're not good at it.
Exactly. What else you got for us, Bonnie?
Okay, so
good stuff, Bonnie. Good stuff.
Good. Yes, very good.
Okay, he says some women lead with vanity, which attracts the wrong man. In other words, if you come to a club like some of the women we saw last night, they're not attracting that. They're attracting a man that's looking at them more sexual than a man that's looking at them to be a partner, or something like that.
Looking at their intellect,
they're dressed a little too erotic. Right. So not all men are into that. And the ones that are, they're not looking at you like boyfriend, girlfriend kind of thing, mate, husband material, or things like wife material. They're looking at you like one night affair material. So it's how you bring yourself in. Yeah.
And that can be challenging because when you go out, most women, you want to be sexy and a little alluring. So you got to find that middle ground where you're not, overly, sexed out or whatever. You're not you don't want to be underdressed, but you don't want to be overdressed either. So you got to find that middle ground because you still want to be attractive because men are physical. They see the physical first. Okay. So either way, you want to be in the game. You don't want to be outside.
So if you're giving boobs, or then you maybe don't give so much leg or so much.
That's true. Yeah, give them a little. Yeah, give them a little
both,
bit.
Not both.
Give them a little bit of cleavage, but don't give them both. Okay.
Yeah, you don't want them to know the whole picture. You want them to look at the cover and want to read the book.
It's just like our parents used to say. What was that saying that you want them to have something to be surprised about.
Yes.
Yeah, you want to keep some mystery. Yeah. You don't want to show your hand, the very first time, especially if you're not even on a date, that's kind of, ridiculous.
Exactly. Okay, now he said 10 things. I only took 7. Okay, so the last one was some men do not approach women because they think they're gay. Right. He said back in the day, a woman that looked like a dyke showed her hand. But today's woman is the lipstick dyke. And she's looking as beautiful and as wonderful as any woman can be. And some men are like, not quite sure if they should approach that woman. Is it real? Is it not real?
Well, and that is true. I think, couples today are not necessarily, you don't see the difference right up front when you see them together. You may see the difference more in their actions and how they relate to each other. So so from a man's point of view, if they were to see one of those women out somewhere, they might not necessarily know that, that person has a partner of the same sex because of how they carry themselves, because of how they dress. Because a lot of partners both may dress feminine, which is fine, but that does kind of throw a man off. So yeah, I can see that. Definitely.
So that was my last
was that 7?
That was 7? Okay, no, that was good.
That was 7.
That was
he
good.
Gave 10, but it was such a long dissertation that I could only get through 7. And I tried to pick the best 7 that I could.
Okay, excellent. Excellent.
And to anyone out there who's listening, we do apologize if we've offended anyone with the word. So the choice of some of the word choices, we are not, that's not our intention to offend anyone. So if we have offended anyone, we truly do apologize, because love is in the air. Love is everywhere. Hey guys,
we respect all the communities.
Listen, guys, let's talk about our best and worst dates. Okay, and I'll go first. For once, I'll go first. So my best date was, and I met this guy actually online. This was several years ago, and we actually ended up dating for about 6 months. So one of the early dates that we went on, we got all dressed up. He picked me up. I was comfortable with him picking me up because we've been dating for a while, at least maybe a month, at least at that point. So he picked me up. We went to a really nice restaurant for dinner, had dinner, wine, and whatever else, some other drinks, I think. And then we went to a dessert cafe for dessert. So we had dessert, after dinner drinks, and some coffee. And we were there for about an hour. And then he drove me home, and we sat in my driveway for about 30 minutes or so, just talking. Then he got out of the car, opened my door, and opened my car door and walked me to my front door. And I went inside, and when I closed the door, I was like, damn, that was a good day. And when I say that, it wasn't like we just went to the movies and went home. It was like an extended date. Yeah, and that's how you really get to know someone. You have time to sit down, casually talk to them, enjoy the conversation, hopefully. But at that point, like I said, we've been seeing each other for about a month. So we were already pretty cool with each other in terms of having conversation and whatnot. But now for my worst date, guys. So a friend introduced me to this guy. So we decided to go out. And for some reason, he wanted to go to a club. Who wants to go to a club when you first meet somebody? A club, you can't talk. You really can't engage each other. But I was like, okay. I've been told I can be difficult, so I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm going to go with the flow. So he said, you pick the club. So I picked the club. We went to the club. So we're sitting at the table. We're sitting there. It's 30 minutes gone by. So no drink offered, no dance. Club was busy. People dancing, partying, talking, whatever. So we're sitting there making small talk. So he gets up and he didn't even excuse himself. Okay, he just got up. So he gets up and he walks over and starts talking to these guys, right? So I figured, oh, those are his friends. Okay, rude, but those are his friends. So he stayed away for literally, guys, about 15 minutes, okay? And this was our first date, but we've been talking on the phone and whatnot, for, a good week or so. So he comes back to the table, he sits down, no drink, no offer to dance. So my patience was already wearing thin. So I politely looked at him and said, excuse me for a minute. So I looked around. I wanted to find the best exit where he could see me going out the door. So I got my happy butt up and I said, at least I was polite. I just said, excuse me for a second. I didn't even say I'll be right back. I just said, excuse me for a second. I got up, walked around the table, walked in the direction where the door was, and went out the door, gave the man, because we met there, we didn't come together. Gave the man my parking ticket, got in my car and went home.
Did he call you? Did he call you afterwards?
He did. He called me a couple times, but I never answered my phone. Why? What was the purpose?
Right.
So yeah, that was my worst. I've had some bad days, but that was my worst date. I can say that was my worst date, What about you, Vonnie? Any good dates, bad dates?
I've been fortunate. I had a lot of good dates.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yes, I've been fortunate. I had a lot of good dates. Bad dates are stood up dates. Those are the worst. I've been stood up.
How long did you wait? How long did you wait before you determined you were being stood up?
I was already dressed and ready to go, and no call, no nothing. The call came earlier. They were going to be late, so okay. So you dial things back, and then I was ready and waiting, and no No date.
call.
No, nothing. And I was in their town to see them. So
Oh,
it was supposed to be
no,
a
really?
guarantee.
Oh.
Yep. So it was supposed to be a guaranteed time out, which did not happen.
So did you hear
So-
from him after that when you returned home?
Yeah. I heard because the person had to take me to the airport. But still in all, it was the worst date
Did you
ever.
ever get a reason why?
Yeah, but I mean, still was worst date ever. I don't care if somebody didn't die or you didn't break your leg or something, then there's no
Right.
excuse.
That's the truth.
No, I
Those are
agree.
the
I
only-
agree. I agree 100%.
Those are the only.
What about you, Wendy?
Oh, I've been racking my brain. I don't think I've had the best date ever yet.
Well, it's yet to come. Yet to come.
Yet to come.
Right.
I think that's to come. No, the next one I go on.
Next level.
Yes.
Right. Now, as far as bad ones, yeah, I've had a few bad ones. The one that stands out the most, went to dinner with this guy, and his conversation would just kind of turn me off. Just during dinner, he said something like, a lot of women they want me to take them out, but then guys who aren't about anything, they want to, they sleep with them or something. He said, I was like,
Heard that
the
before.
door.
Where's the door?
The
Heard
door.
that before.
Yeah, it just turned me so off. And I mean, we talked about it. I didn't leave, Chris. I did let him take me off. But I told him, your mouth, it's not gonna get you. It's not gonna get you far.
But
in the
let me
romantic
ask you,
part.
was he a handsome guy? Did he look the type that women should want, him to take them to bed?
Yeah, sure he was. But I mean, I don't know why he felt the need to say that. I don't
Well, you
know.
know why he felt the need to say that, because he was hoping that you weren't the kind of woman that.
This is one dinner, and what am I?
Look, he
Right.
was telling you up front. So if it wasn't like that, there would be no more dinners.
Well, you know what? That was just a turn off.
Off.
That's what that was.
No, that would have been a turn off to me as well.
I
Because
don't know if Uber. I don't know if I even thought about an Uber. I was just like, okay, where's the door?
where's the door
You did
at,
the right.
right?
You called an Uber though. You did the right thing.
Like quick exit.
Yeah.
No, I had we drove separately.
Okay, that's
we
right.
drove. So I just went, and the thing about it is I don't even know. Well, you know what? It wasn't that long between, my leaving and getting in the car. So I'm sure he didn't come look for me right away anyway. So hopefully,
Like, she must be dancing.
hopefully he got up and danced with somebody, or something, But it was just the weirdest thing. It's like, that was the first time I ever had anyone want to go on a first date
To a club.
You can't even have a decent conversation.
No, you can't.
No. And then not to exactly, and not even to offer a club soda or anything. I just thought I was like, okay, this is just
Yeah.
you need to be here by yourself right about now.
Right.
He thought I was the person, going back to those why men don't approach women. Well, he approached me because he thought I was that person that he was looking for, but I wasn't. So maybe that's what it was, and he didn't know how to say it. I don't know. But anyway, guys.
Dead in the water from the beginning.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That is so very true. Very true. Well, Bonnie, those were really I like that. Those are really good conversation pieces. And it helps us as we go forward. Now we have some reasons, because now you know what, when a guy that you're looking at and you're feeling him, and if he's not feeling you, now we can sit and roll this back in our head and say, okay, this might be the reason why. You know what I'm saying?
And also maybe it has nothing to do. Maybe you just not his type.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
So
Right.
you can't make yourself be somebody's type.
Right. And that's what right. You know, if he's a gym a gym bird
Rat.
or whatever.
They call them gym rats.
Gym rat. He's a gym rat. I said gym bird. I don't know where I got that from. If he's a gym rat and you're not, then you should be able to say to yourself and not feel bad. Well, no, I'm not, I'm not buffed out. My physique isn't, tight or whatever. So I might not be his type. And, and that makes a lot of sense because when you're in a relationship, you want to be able to do things together. Because I mean, for me, you have to work out. I can't date anyone that doesn't want to go to the gym, doesn't want to get outside and walk. You don't have to go to the gym, but at least like walking, getting up and moving, because the less you move, the more difficult it becomes for you to move as you get older. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
I definitely need that kind of person. You sitting on the couch watching TV, drinking a beer, that's not going to work for me. So I already know that. So Wendy, I would be like your friend that said that on the first date. I'll be like, okay, so you don't like to work out, you like to sit on the couch, watch football and drink beer. Oh, okay.
Well, I want to say something. I want to say that, we went out last night and we all had a good time. Now, I don't know how many sessions we have done with our silver lining. But in our silver lining, we have told each other to step up, step it up in this, that, and the other thing. And I went home last night and I thought about one of the guys I danced with. And I said to myself, how come I didn't say, oh, I really enjoyed dancing with you? To get a comeback.
Step up.
I did not step up. So what good is this if I'm not going to follow the rules?
Well, at least you're thinking about it, Bonnie. At least you have, you know what I mean? Where maybe before you didn't even think about it, you just was
Right.
like, well, But I do have to tell you that one of the ladies that went out with us last night did get a number.
Yes, she did.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we'll see. So we'll see what happens as we move forward.
Yes.
We'll be listening for some commentary on that, Wendy.
Right.
Yes.
More to come.
Okay, sounds good. All right, guys, this has really been great. I've enjoyed this conversation. So everyone out there, we'll be coming back to you next week with some even more interesting conversation pieces. Listen, don't forget, we want to hear from you. So please like, subscribe, comment. And you know what? Keep watching. We appreciate it. We know you're watching because we can see the views. So we know you're watching. So leave us a comment. Come on. Tell us what you think.
You watching.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
Yeah, don't be afraid.
We do appreciate you watching.
But
yeah, leave us a comment. Let us know. You know what? And maybe there's some things that you want us to talk about because we're open to all kinds of topics as it relates to men. Okay. All right, ladies, listen. Have a good week. We'll talk in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
All right.
Bye.
Nice.